Perspective.
Yeah. So welcome to the Underhold. Today we're going to do a little introspective video on Rutger Hauer.
Necrospective,
yeah. New words. Creating them. And it is unfortunate. Rutger Hauer passed away. He is an actor from, doing a lot of stuff from the very, very early 80s up through a little bit in the last 10 years. So a lot of underground films, small genre.
He's a character actor. Yeah. He's been in so many things.
His big one is When Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, Blade Runner.
The Blade Runner. Alright, of course, that's what everyone knows him from.
That's why it's
Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a master vampire.
Yeah. The original movie, not the TV show.
Yeah, not that shitty television show. I'm talking Christy Swanson, Luke Perry, the good one. David Arquette.
Peewee Herman. What's his name? Paul Rubens. Yeah.
That was one of the funniest movies I've ever seen him in.
Yeah.
Great movie. Of course,
I liked that last one, the Netflix Peewee Herman film.
Was it, what was that?
Have you not seen it? Yeah, so Peewee Herman did a film with Netflix, and him being older too, he was just like, I will do this. This is my last possible moment to do it, but I will only do it if you pay the money to do special effects on my face, to digitally enhance my face to look younger. Not because it wasn't a vanity thing. It was because he only feels like that character hits in that vein. It looks too weird when you see his oldness.
Yeah, if you're a 60-year-old guy doing that, you're like, get away from my kids.
Exactly. So it's just interesting to watch.
Which is not good for Pee-wee's legacy in light of his jerking.
Yeah.
But if Pee-wee can come back and play a low-rent vampire in a movie, so can Louis C.K. I think that's his future. He's going to be in the new Blade as like the guy that's getting like blown in the opening scene by the two different like comedians he forced to do that to.
Oh, Jesus.
and then Blade
is Paul Rubens joke.
That was one of the best part. I mean, he was even the Penguin's dad.
Oh yeah.
Right? Gotta love that guy. I don't know if we're gonna have to blur this out. I hope we can use one of those floating emojis.
Yeah. We're not sponsored by Pepsi.
Yeah, there's no sponsored content in this thing yet, unless you want to sponsor us.
Cool.
Oh shit. Let's cut that out. Take it for the top. Take it out. He was what was that? Batman Returns?
Batman Returns, yeah.
Yeah, great. Penguin's dad.
Yeah.
Who's Penguin's mom?
I don't know. I just remember the scene, like they were walking through the cemetery or something, and like it was obvious that everything was paper mache.
Yeah.
Like I think they hit like one of the tombstones and it like literally just wobbles or something.
And then now Penguin would be running against Donald Trump because it was like he's the most Joe Biden-y of all the Batman villains. He's like just feeling up everyone. I'm gonna give you my mayor button.
So Rutger Hauer was 72, so he had a full life at least. And I saw a meme, I don't know if this is real, that was saying like he died the year that Blade Runner was supposed to take place in. I don't remember when it was. So I don't know if that was supposed to take place in 2019.
Yeah, it took place in 2019, the movie, yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's just creating a little, it was meant to be or something, I don't know.
Yeah, he's taking that whole method acting too far.
Yeah, he's like, I can't exist in these two places at once.
He watched the movie once, he's like, oh shit, his heart just exploded once. It's 2019, he started looking at his eyes in the mirror. I got them cataracts. Yeah. Where am I? Yeah.
But over the years, we've seen him in a bunch of films. Yeah. And instead of rewatching the films immediately, we decided we were going to make a list and talk about what we remember of the films.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully some gems you might not know about. Some under the...
Some maybe a little bit known, but we definitely feel like there's a couple that are almost completely forgotten. And I'm going to start with the first one.
Okay.
This
What's your
Blood of the Heroes. I watched this like when I was middle school a couple times, catching it on TV at like 3 o'clock at night. It is like a Mad Max future, what we call post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, that's the genre now.
Yeah, but he is the leader of like a post-apocalyptic football team that they play future football of sorts. They're called Juggers, and it also has Joan Chen. So it's an old movie with a female Asian lead, and it bombed terribly, so it probably didn't help anything.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on there? Was she not one of the Juggers?
She wanted to be a jugger, so she joined the team.
But they wouldn't let it. Was it one of those like Mulan stories?
A little bit, but it was also like about to try and rejoin the main society, so they're trying to
watch it build their team.
Maybe.
I mean,
we just watched a trailer of it,
and short hair.
And it had a different name in the trailer too. It was called like "Stand with the Jugger" or "Salute to the Juggers."
Yeah, salute to the salute of the Juggers. So like, what is the salute?
I swear, the name is Blood of the Heroes.
All right, well, let's have that Wikipedia war. Tell us below who's right and who's wrong.
Tell me why I'm wrong.
No.
And, it's just a cool film. It looks really high budget, and it just completely flopped, got swept under the rug. Almost no one remembers the movie, but it's kind of cool. I feel like it's a good number 5, though, because there's so much better than that. But it's not bad. I'm going to go to 2 now.
Nice, so that's my hidden gem for him?
No, I mean, we can generally both talk about this. It's more recent. It's kind of like his What Happened to Rutger Hauer, and then somebody hired him for a film. Hobo with a Shotgun.
Yeah, I think it's a comic book.
Oh, maybe
I think
it was.
It's a comic book, and then like the whole idea is like the drug dealers have taken over the neighborhood, and this hobo just has had enough, and he gets the shotgun and just goes Bossless, kills all of his drug dealers and everyone else who gets in his way. Not so much that he wants to clean up the neighborhood, just because they're in his turf.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch the movie, so this is another one that you could spoil.
I watched it, but I don't actually remember too much. I do remember it's very, very over the top. That's what's fun about it. I do think personally it felt a little bit overrated, because at least among the community who like those type of...
It's a bad movie on purpose.
Yeah, it's such a bad movie on purpose that sometimes, to me, it kind of makes me roll my eyes a little bit. But it was still funny, and it definitely has like a lot of trauma influence, I feel. It wants to make you offended in some ways. I mean, it knows that the audience that's really going to watch it is just going to love it. But it tries to go really over the top with everything. And it does have a really good poster. I do like that poster a lot.
The poster art is pretty good. So is that
and I think it's on Netflix. It's or on Hulu. I mean,
Amazon Prime probably.
They really put that film on like everything.
One of those suckers could just sponsor us,
Yeah, super easy to stream. Or hell, if you have no money, it's probably on Crackle. I bet.
Man, just don't download.
On Crackle. Oh yeah, it was Johnny Mnemonic. Johnny Mnemonic on Crackle.
Yeah, check out our Johnny Mnemonic review, a couple back ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hobo with a Shotgun, a little overrated, pretty violent.
These last 3, this is where it gets good. This is what you're here for.
This is the good ones from
Blind Fury.
Oh yeah, that's one of the ones I knew him the most from growing up. My dad loved that movie. Yeah. That was his go-to. Oh, it's on? I'm watching Blind Fury. And he's that Chuck Norrisy type of dad fan, so he watches all that garbage. Shout out to Dad and Mom. Probably watches Steven Seagal do something while he's so fat right now to Chinese people. That's all of his movies lately. No shout outs to Steven Seagal. He can do
this Jolt Cola is so good.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's got twice the caffeine. Twice the sugar. All the sugar and twice the caffeine. That's what it is.
Yeah, why do you want twice the sugar?
Cola. Follow them right now at Jolt Cola on Twitter. You might get some Jolt in the mail. Get you keep awake at night when the kids are sneaking in trying to bust your videos up.
What was the video that was in the Chucky one? Was it Child's Play? Yeah, watch the Child's Play video.
Watch our Child's Play versus Chucky. See who wins in that battle. Yeah. But yeah, Blind Fury was always on, and I loved that movie. Also because it had the actress, who can't remember her name, but she was Evelyn in
Masters of the Universe.
She had those badass eyeballs, and she was like, I don't know, she was the mom.
If only she stayed the same age, and she could have been Hela in Thor, but they did pick a good Hela anyway.
Yeah, but her eyes were like great, and he was just the blind swordsman guy.
It's Zatoichi, the blind swordsman. Like all those old Chinese films. Yeah, it's basically what it is. It's an Americanized version of it, but it's really good. The old Roger Ebert, the movie critic, I remember watching an episode where it was like their top most underrated films or guilty pleasures, and
I can see why. It's a solid movie. It's quick pace.
Blind Fury was one of his top choices.
The dark humor is good.
And even though Rutger Hauer can see, I mean, he sells it. You were like, I am on board with him being blind and a badass with a sword cane. He has a sword cane, right?
Yeah, it's a sword cane.
Yeah.
I wondered if he like was just gin drunk the whole time because his eyes were watery. He's like,
he's just one of those actors who, like, you definitely know in real life he's probably an alcoholic.
Probably gin drunk.
And he probably had, like, bad distilled liquor. He was blind.
He's probably drinking that Bombay Sapphire we all just found was twice the amount.
Oh, yeah.
Selling it. No wonder that was the Road Boy or Richard Marcinko's drink of choice. That dude knew smuggling in from wherever it was, and it was twice the sugar and all the caffeine. It was the Jolt soda of fucking gins.
So number 3, Blind Fury, and you just want to believe he's cool. Him being a blind swordsman. What's cooler than that?
Soundtrack is pure 80s joy. I mean, probably a 90s, early 90s movie. Maybe 91, 92, something like that. We always get those dates wrong.
This one's definitely an early 90, like a 91 film, I think. Maybe 92. Split Second, number 2.
I love Split Second. Yeah. Split Second is a movie I found back when I would theater hop. Mm-hmm. You'd go watch that one movie at noon. Then when it was over, you go watch another movie. And then by around 7 o'clock, you're like, what is playing right now that I can sneak into? And that was Split Second for me. It was like the third movie in a string of marathons, so I had no idea what it was going in.
And all the advertising for it is definitely like it's trying to play off the Blade Runner / Alien thing. Like they showed,
it's an awesome
in the original
cyberpunk movie.
They kind of destroyed the.
Yeah, they give it away. The poster gives the movie away, and I didn't have that luxury, or thankfully I had the luxury of not having it ruined.
Yeah,
because I had no idea the movie was out. It was one of those like, it probably got 5 commercials, and
it's one of those great cyberpunk gems too.
Yeah. And it's just a serial killer movie. It plays off like a future serial killer movie. Rutger Hauer's this future cop, hard-boiled, hunting down the serial killer that got away from him before.
And his partner's Judge Reinhold, right?
I think so. I'm not...
Because Judge Reinhold, they have that line of like, we need guns, lots of freaking guns that they use in The Matrix. Like, I think it's the same line, and now people think of it as a Matrix line. I think it's from Split Second originally.
It might be.
We need guns, lots of
I think that's from like Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Oh.
Because he got all...
Maybe that's why I got mixed up with Judge Reinhold. I don't know
who... Yeah, so Judge Reinhold, I don't think you were the guy. Sinclair might be right. You might be the guy.
But it was really weird when we put that banana in the tailpipe and it's like,
just split it out the fucking tailpipe. But yeah, I snuck in the movie, watched it, so I didn't pay for Split Second, unfortunately, but I paid for it later on DVD. Great, like I said, serial killer movie, and it turns out the serial killer, spoiler alert, somebody's car's getting stolen right now outside my house.
Yeah.
We live in the hood, and they'll steal your car even during the day.
Yeah. Because it's definitely during the day right now.
Yep. We're gonna cut. So yeah, it just plays out like a regular serial killer movie, and it turns out, spoiler alert, serial killer's an alien.
Yep. And he's in this pose that's kind of.
I don't know if the poster. Here's the poster for the movie.
He's like grabbing around Rutger Hauer, and it's this exact pose that I remember around that same time I was at a comic convention, and they had Dark Horse was a sponsor, and so they had these big life-size predators and aliens there that you could take photos with, and I have a picture with an alien.
I remember that.
And the alien was in that pose, and I'm sitting there in the alien like just being goofy.
But yeah, Split Second was a great little movie. When you watch it, the suspense is awesome because it's a great example of that show don't tell. Mm-hmm. You don't see the monster or the alien until it's almost at the end of the movie. So the entire time the fear is, what is this thing, this malevolent force that keeps coming? We can check the gate.
I'm just making sure that it's recording.
Yeah, so Split Second, I think plays up there as a great serial killer movie in that genre. It's one of his best performances because he does have that, my partner was killed, that hard-boiled edge.
Yeah, there's the noirishness to that too.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Kind of like
it's a movie with like 5 different genres going on at once. And another under the radars. Now, you've probably gotten to see it late night at Sci-Fi Channel, Showtime, when you thought it was a Cinemax movie. Split Second, that's about how I last. You guys probably.
I don't even know if that's played. I don't think it's played on much of any service.
Yeah, I don't know. I bet you can find the rights to it at a dollar store. Yeah.
And then last, but definitely not least,
definitely one of the most impactful.
Cool one. Yeah, impactful for me too. The Hitcher. So not The Hitchhiker, because I think there was a TV show called The Hitchhiker.
Yeah, there was a Hitchhiker's TV show.
This is The Hitcher, and it's him, not Judge Reinhold, who's the C. Thomas Howell, the Soul Man.
Yeah, C. Thomas Howell, the Soul Man.
And that's really great trailers too. And it's C. Thomas Howell's just like traveling cross country to like visit his wife or something, and
no, this is him and his girlfriend, I think, are driving together. Okay. Who knows about the movie? And they just pick up this hitchhiker, random hitchhiker, and he's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
So I think they like get him out of the vehicle somehow, or it becomes. I don't much remember the original movie's exact plotting, but I know that they wronged him after he gets out of the
beginning, where like there was the other family that the hitchhiker ended up in. I
don't know. We'll have to double check that one. Even this Jim, for being so impactful, so we can't remember. What I remember
watching the middle of the day on Channel 12.
Yeah, spoiler: the death of the girlfriend.
Oh yeah, that's a scene of scenes.
Because you're like, they just did that in the movie?
So here's what I do remember about it. I do kind of remember in the beginning, there was either a part before he picked him up or after he picked him up, and he ended up like shoving him out of the car, and I think he ended up seeing Rutger Hauer.
Oh yeah, does that roll off the ground? Yeah.
With another family's car, and I think maybe it was after he shoved him out of the car. So yeah, he wanted to save the family, right? He wanted to save the family. Mm-hmm. And then Rutger Hauer starts terrorizing him, and he keeps asking like, "Why are you doing this?" And the Hitcher's kind of like, "I'm doing this so that you stop me." It's like this weird.
It's like he's a force of like nature,
yeah,
malevolent force.
It's like I'm gonna bring something out of you, almost like you're gonna become a new person after this experience.
Yeah, I mean, this is what like Jigsaw did before he was all old.
Yeah,
right. But that scene definitely kills the dude's girl, C. Thomas Howell's girl. Yeah. Probably played by some.
That was probably 2/3 into the movie.
Yeah,
and that is
tying her up between two semi trucks and driving them apart.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Flash forward, not even like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years after I've seen this movie, right? Now, spoiler alert on this story I'm about to tell you. Probably bullshit, but as a little kid, when you hear this, you're like, oh my god. Some dude rolls up to my mom's house, right? She used to have like different friends that would have to stay over on the couch, right? Mm-hmm. One of these friends, Dave, had a friend named Robert, came over. Robert looked all normal with his eyes, right? Face, normal guy. And I think they were friends, like they used to cook together or something. Well, Robert went off to join a circus and work at the circus. Met a girl at the circus. Some crazy circus guy pulled a hitcher on his girlfriend at the circus, ripped her in half with the two trucks, right? Killed her. Right, so dude went into this like horrible depression state that happens after your girlfriend gets just what we call it bisected. Right?
Yeah.
And it's gotta be a better name for a cool name. Like when you get thrown like defenestrated. Like when you get thrown through a glass window.
We're just making new words up.
No, defenestrated. It's a real word. It's when you get thrown through, or it's when you thrown through a plate glass window. It's a fucking awesome name. That's why I want a superhero, the defenestrator. You know, like he just forms the glass window behind you and then shoves you right through it. Right? Give me defenestrated.
Oh, that needs to be for the Tick season 3.
Right. Oh, my brother Michael did come up with that. Michael, I did not steal your idea.
Oh. That's a great idea.
But
it's recorded for all time.
Then he got in a bar fight, this Robert guy, because he's all, my girlfriend Dave got hitchered up. And so in the bar fight, he lost drastically. And so a beer bottle in his eye, and all patched him up. Right? So the next time I saw him, he had an eye patch. And they're like, oh, okay, that sucks. And we hear the Hitcher story, we're like, oh my god. So he was spending the night. And me and Travis Heron, shout out to Travis Heron, so maybe you'll see you in the future on the Underhold.
Yeah.
We go to drink alcohol at my friend Nick Wright's house. Mm-hmm. Right? We get hammered. More so Nick. Well, I get drunk, but like the sick drunk. Not the raging, violent drunk I would later become.
I drank too much.
Right, but Travis was the raging, violent drunk immediately that he would later become, so. Hey! And he just stormed back. I'm in the house! Drunk off his ass, right? Well, I came back to my house where Robert was spending the night. I'm all sick from the St. Ides that we're drinking 40s of St. Ides, right? And Robert's just jerking it down in the living room, fucking straight, like laying down with his head on the ground, jerking it. His fucking eye patches up, right? So I can see the flesh. This is nice. It's like, and he's like laying this way, so I can see his head and his feet from like a north to south.
He can't see you.
He can't see me because his eye patch is up.
Oh, geez.
Right. And that's where the bathroom also is, so I have to like, take a quick left to the bathroom where I just start hucking it, which obviously stops him pre-jerk, so there's no way he came unless he's a real sport, But man, the Hitcher, that's why I think there's a combo of this traumatic experience from the film and this later traumatic experience from this carny con man, probably with one eye.
And there was a remake of it too.
Which
we were saying
Sean Bean.
Sean Bean. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, Lord Eddard Stark is the bad guy. I don't want him to be. 006 is gonna, and I don't even think he cuts the girl in half the same way. I think he cuts the boyfriend in half because they can't hurt the girl the same way. And
yeah.
I
think I kind of remember.
So I mean, it's not as impactful. In horror movies, the girl should get fucked up because it never happens. The girl's always like the hero, and it's not some misogyny angle of me wanting to see violence.
It was just a shocking moment. I remember that it was really effective in that first one.
So yeah, Rutger Hauer brought us some great films.
Rest in peace, as long as you want peace.
I mean, what superhero did you get to play?
Oh,
it had to be at least one of them.
I don't think
Tell us
Blind
below.
Swordsman. Who should he have played?
Yeah.
Cable.
Fuck, we're missing it. He was a bad guy in Batman Begins. He ran Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, oh, we're seeing you, Mr. Wayne.
That's right. So he did.
Yeah, so he got to be a Batman.
Yeah, so why should he live any longer? He's done it all.
Did it all. 70,000 years old, you said?
72.
72?
Yeah.
Long life.
He looks a lot older, but yeah.
Long life. A long life through the 80s. This dude, you see him?
He was a committed actor. He was really good at his work. I mean, he went for it. I believe he was the Blind Swordsman.
It was all glistening up God and Blade Runner and fucking Ladyhawke.
Yeah, Ladyhawke
was cool.
Yeah, that was...
Matthew Broderick's not cool. I don't know if that was before or after Matthew Broderick had killed a lady. But, look it up. Matthew Broderick killed a person.
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller spent days in jail, that's for sure. The murderer.
All right. I think that's good.
That's your underhold lesson for the
Top 5
day.
movies you haven't seen from Rutger Hauer. Thank you for watching WatchMojo.com.
This has been our TED Talk. Don't let spoilers ruin your life.
Later.